All right, fellas, here we are for a pretty crazy Pokemon TCG video. It seems we are done in the Scarlet and Violet era. This is a little bit insane in my opinion. So, as we can see here on Pokebeach, Pokemon has officially trademarked Pokemon card game Mega, which is extremely interesting to me. That I don't know how this is just pretty crazy. I'm a little bit flabbergasted here. Scarlet and Violet era is done. They're just done with it. Like I get it. Like Scarlet and Violet era is over, but usually how this stuff works, they keep on with the game's era until like the next main series game releases. Like we stuck with the Black and White era from the release of Black and White all the way to X and Y era all the way up to the era of Sun and Moon all the way up to Sword and Shield up to Scarlet and Violet. They stayed with those sets for 3 to 4 years. However long it took to release the next generation. But they're cutting Scarlet and Violet short, what, 2 years? Almost 3, well, probably 3, because we're not going to get these cards probably for another, like, 7 months or so, or 8, 9, something like that. But that's still insane, right? It's like 3 years, and well, we're just cut. We're done with Scarlet and Violet. We're going to Mega Evolution, baby. Wow. Pokemon card game Mega. So they're going to have what seems to be the Pokemon TCG focused completely around the Mega card meta, which we did see a lot of in the X and Y era, but that's because also Mega Evolution, was introduced in X and Y, so it made sense that they would have started and finished with Mega Pokemon. It seems that we're going to go back to that, except we just completely cut short the Scarlet and Violet era, and, well, now we got this new one. We can see here on Pokebeach, it says trademark for Pokemon card game Mega has been filed by Japan. It's under the same terms as trademarks used for set names. This trademark is likely referring to the name of the series of sets that begin with Legends ZA. The first Mega sets will be named Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia. We have known about this. I believe this is probably linked to the article. Yeah, back in January, there was a post for like a new trademark filed for Pokemon similar to this, that refer to the sets Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia, which if you do not know from the video I released a bit ago talking about Mega Evolution returning in the TCG, that is the name of these moves for Mega Lucario and Mega Gardevoir, and that's what we know now. Mega Brave is Lucario's move, Mega Symphonia is Gardevoir's move. So that means that obviously Megas are going to be coming back. They're going to be releasing 2 sets, one with Mega Lucario, one with Mega Gardevoir, other cards sprinkled in, whatever. It's just a dual release set, kind of similar to that of like Clayburst and Snow Hazard. What the hell is it called? Well, I don't know. Whatever the one. The set with like Chi and Pao. If you've in Japanese TCG, you know what I'm talking about, right? Similar sets that have double 2 boxes at once, like the Scarlet base and Violet base. That is probably a better example that is easier to explain. Like one had like Koraidon and some other Pokemon from the era. The other had Miraidon and some other Pokemon from the Scarlet and Violet era. Like they released at the same time though. So that's what that's going to be like. And, well, we had these sets. And, well, apparently they're going to not be part of the Scarlet and Violet era. They're going to be part of the Pokemon card game Mega set, which is a little crazy. The only weird thing about it is that I believe these sets down here. Hold on. I guess, can I get a better image of this Lucario? I guess I could zoom in manually. If you look down here at the bottom of the card, you'll see this little eye. This is, I believe, shown to be like what era the set is from. Let me hold on. Let me pull up a few examples here, and I'll get I guess just better examples, right? Okay. So I have some stuff pulled up here that kind of shows what I mean. If we look at this Sword and Shield, this is Sword and Shield Charizard from Darkness Ablaze earlier in the Sword and Shield era. It has a D here. We look at some card released later on. This Elisa Sparkle, it's got an E. This Regigigas from Crown Zenith was an F, and then we got Miraidon from Scarlet and Violet base, who is G, Glaceon from Prismatic Evolutions, which is H, and then the new N and Zoroark from the upcoming Journey Together, currently Battle Partners, is I. I don't know the exact, what this symbolizes, but I know it is, the era and, the time that has passed, since this set's release. Every few sets will be a certain, letter here. It kind of just shows, the age of the set. Charizard was the first one to release. It was D in this order, and then N is one of the latest. He's got I, and then these were all in sequential order. Regigigas released before Miraidon, Glaceon released after Miraidon. The letter grading kind of makes sense, where it's kind of the age of the card. Where these Mega Lucario and Mega Gardevoir here, they are also still I cards. As you can see here, it's still an I. So this is not the next. They haven't rolled over. It seems like the age of these cards yet, even though it is a new, quote unquote, a new era. But apparently they don't care. They're not going to roll it over. They're just going to continue on with the eye for, I guess maybe a few more months, sets, years, however, whatever it is for it. So that's interesting. But I guess we'll probably, I guess it doesn't matter. We still got this set here. Anyway, furthermore, on the Pokemon Day, the Pokemon Company announced English set to feature Mega Lucario and Gardevoir EX will be part of the TCG Mega Evolution series. So it means Scarlet and Violet series will indeed end this year, including its owners' Pokemon and Terra Pokemon, which appear to have already been phased out, which is so interesting to me. Like, this just shows you how quickly these eras can just go by snap. Like, we had terrestrial Pokemon since the release of Scarlet and Violet. When was the release of Scarlet and Violet base? Like, if we go to this Miraidon, 2023, so, obviously around, I guess, about the, not the time the series, released, but, give or take, right? I don't know what exact month it released in, but, probably early 2023. And we had Terra Pokemon up to, Surging Sparks. I think Surging Sparks released after Stellar Crown, which was back in December. So, Terra Pokemon lasted for almost 2 years for the most part, at least a year and a half. And then they're releasing Owner's Pokemon, Trainer's Pokemon, like the Lilith Clefairy, and Zoroark, Iono's, Belleville, all those and all of that, which is already released in Japan as Battle Partners back in February, and, January, actually, wasn't it? I think it was January. Damn. But, yeah, then obviously in English, it's going to be releasing later this month as Journey Together, and they're going to be, phasing that out in only about 9 months, right? Like, they had said that Mega Evolution, I believe they had said Mega Evolution was coming. If we want to look here, there was no exact year. Did the Lucario and Gardevoir show a year? Yeah, 2025, Mega Evolution's coming right here. 2025. This isn't soon or 2026, anything like that. No, this is coming in 2025, man. So this means the English set should be releasing in 2025. Was probably going to be around November, December era, meaning that partner Pokemon are already going to be stopping in November, December after they debut in English in March. So it's 8 to 9 months and they're already done. Really? That's very interesting, especially with I don't know, it's just crazy to me. It's they thought, you would have thought, and at least in my opinion, they would have wanted to go a little bit farther with that, given how much nostalgia is around Trainers Pokemon. But it seems that they just nah, let's just move on to Mega Pokemon and call it a day. That's so interesting. And obviously, again, Terra Pokemon have been kind of phased out since the release of Journey Together and Heatwave Arena in JP, which is not out yet, but it will be out in a few days, I believe, in about a week and a half or so for Japan, which again doesn't have any terrestrial Pokemon. So terrestrial Pokemon are pretty much done, been done as of the end of Prismatic Evolutions, which is a pretty damn good set to go out in a bang on, which makes sense, but not really the point. And then we got partner Pokemon around the end of Prismatic Evolutions, or not Prismatic Evolutions, what's it called? Terrestrial Festival. Jesus Christ, I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out. Terrestrial Festival, as the end of that, and then Battle Partners came out a month later, not even, and done with Terrestrial Pokemon, and then apparently Megas are gonna do the same thing to Trainers Pokemon. Man, that's just crazy to me. It's they're already getting done with that. I thought they would have just tried to release so many more Trainers Pokemon and sets and whatnot. They had focused on about 4 trainers per set. The first set had, if I'm not misremembering, Lily, Iono, Hop, and N. All right. The second set, Heatwave Arena, is going to have Misty, Cynthia, Ethan, and there's one I'm forgetting. Damn it, Arvin. That's the 4th trainer. And then we had the Steven and Marnie cards released in the middle, just in a deck box. So that's only 10 trainers, And then of course we got Rocket's Pokemon, which are going to be probably their own set, a trainer Pokemon other than Giovanni and maybe the admins, right? So they're gonna do maybe 20 to 25 trainers before we start getting mega cards in the era, the JP sets, which is again insane. And it's gonna be under a new title, Pokemon Card Game Mega. It's not Pokemon Card Game Scarlet and Violet series. Let's look at the TCG stuff. Battle Partners expansion, and then Pokemon Trading Card Games Scarlet and Violet era. We are done with Scarlet and Violet era. It's gonna be Pokemon Card Game Mega era, which is insane. If we look at TCG expansions here, how sets hadn't actually worked for the actual series, I guess post Wizards of the Coast or whatever. Like we had the EX set. EX was for obviously like Ruby and Sapphire. Started out in 2003, ended up in 2007. That about the release of Diamond and Pearl. The Diamond and Pearl series came, and that went on from 2007 2008, and then we got Platinum, which makes sense. I mean, it's rare. Pokemon has not done this in recent years, but Pokemon back in the day did actually end up splitting up some of its sets, kind of, where it was like, all right, we had the Diamond and Pearl era, now we're moving on to the Platinum era. But like, obviously, that still kind of played into the Diamond and Pearl era. But then the Platinum era ended and went to the Heart Gold and Soul Silver era. Completely different, completely like I guess unrelated, right? Which again they've done before, but it's been literal years. And then we got the Call of Legends series, which is completely like separated from that stuff. It's just a distinct series. It's completely different from Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Black and White. But then after that, we got Black and White, which again went from 2011 to 2013, and then the X and Y series 2013 to 2016, and then the Sun and Moon series 2017 to 2019, Sword and Shield 2020 to 2023. Like, and then Scarlet and Violet released March 2023. So yeah, about year and a half been out, and then Journey Together 2028, and then we'll get Heatwave Arena. It's going to last until about the the end of this year. So that's pretty crazy that they are already ending out Scarlet and Violet, not even for a new main series game, but just for Mega Pokemon, meaning that Megas are going to have a very, very big run in the trading card game. I guess it obviously depends how long it's going to be until the next main series game. Like, I could see Megas being another shorter era. Like, again, if we go back to this list of expansions and we want to look back at like Heart Gold Soul Silver era or whatever, you'll see 2010, like February to November. Like, I could see there being a similar time frame for the Mega set, because I could see us getting the new main series game. We're getting Legends ZA in 2025 later end of this year, right? Probably a holiday release, November, December, something like that. And then we'll probably be getting Gen 10, Generation 10 in November of 2026. I mean, that's probably just the most likely option. Of course, they could do something else different. They could be, saying, oh, we're going to be cooking it in the oven a little bit longer, which I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate, myself included. But point being is that I could see them releasing that then, and then Megas get cut short for whatever the new games are going to be called, right? Or like the new series, meaning that Scarlet, the Mega series would last, from like December to probably, November, December of the next year, being about a year, 11 months to a year. That's about the duration of what happened here. This is like 9 months, close enough. I mean, it definitely like makes sense in my head for them to actually do that. So, yeah, I mean, even if it's not like a super long, like multiple year long run, which I don't expect it to be, it's gonna be just jam packed of a bunch of cool stuff. And I hope it's good, and I hope like it's not scalped. I'm not gonna like make any promises though, or anything, because obviously no one knows. It really just depends on like how hyped up it's gonna be, but it's probably gonna be super hyped up. They're probably gonna that's probably gonna get scalped for a while. It's not gonna be a good time, but we'll just have to end up seeing, I suppose. Either way, super hyped. Furthermore, they were there. It said that their Pokemon are going to be phased out, which is insane. The last time the Pokemon TCG series Pokemon ended the TCG series mid-generation was during the Diamond and Pearl series in 2009. They introduced Heart Gold and Soul Silver series to celebrate the game remakes. In this case, the new Mega Evolution series, it would seem that the Pokemon wants to treat Legends ZA as a major game release that deserves its own TCG marketing, which makes sense for sure. ZA is going to be a big game. It's being promoted big with the anime, or I guess you could say that it's promoting the anime, whatever it might be. However you want to say that. That little exchange is going, but the anime is super focused around potential stuff that's going to be happening in Legends ZA. The card game's clearly focused on it. There's going to be a lot of attention around the return of Mega Evolution, that game, stuff like that. Like a lot more than what happened with like Legends Arceus. Clearly, Legends Arceus was like a big test for them. It's like, do we really want to like spend a lot of resources and effort like doing a series like this? And well, clearly they want to, is because like Legends Arceus probably did like well, or like beyond their expectations, or like it met the expectations at the very least. And they're like, okay, let's put more resources into making the next Legends game have a lot more like impact, where they are starting to really focus on bringing back Mega Evolutions in multiple different games, focusing on like the potential like main, I guess, character / stories, the Pokemon, I guess, in Legends ZA, again, Zygarde being a big thing in the anime, same with like Rayquaza that's probably going to end up mega evolving. It makes a lot of sense. So Pokemon trading card game Mega, new series, Scarlet and Violet era will be ending this year seemingly for the next series, Pokemon card game Mega. Insane, very, very insane. So let me know if you think about that in the comments below. I mean, I'll release, I'll get out more information as, we all get it, but I really hope that like this set is gonna be actually like affordable on release, and it's not one that's gonna be like super scalped to hell. Though it probably is. Like megas are hype. People are gonna know that. They're gonna want to resell all the stuff. Scalp it. I'm gonna hope and try my best to get some product, both Japan, English, Korean, Chinese, whatever I can get my hands on. Just because obviously big mega Pokemon fan, I'm gonna want this stuff. I really am. So. I'll see you later. Hope you all enjoyed. Here's to some mega hype. Very, very big mega hype. Yeah.